Yesterday, well, first off, excuse me, let me get right here. I want to say Grand Rising, Shalom, Rahubat, Huamana. Hope everybody's having a great morning. I'll tell you, even getting excited. When I get a lot of knowledge in me, I'm ready to go. All right. So we got a good one today. Wait for the notification to go out real quick. Okay, just went out. All right, guys. Yesterday, I did briefly about Shambhala and Agartha. I did part one. So I'm going to discuss a topic today, and then I will be going back to part two, going through the other species and things like that. All right. Now, so today we're doing secrets, the master secrets, birth of Earth, and the matrix. All right. All right, here we go. For all of you, my beloved Nuwabian children, the birth of this single planet was on this wise. It was placed as the third sector, that is the third from the 9-ball, or its sun. Mercury, Venus, Earth, sector 3, was placed as the 6th zone, that is 6 from the outer planets of this solar system. Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Earth, zone 6. Pluto, which is not a planet, is its own orbit, not really obeying the system. Each orb was made to grow or be born at an exact point in time, in space as a material. This one we are now on, Earth, was given to grow up to 24 points. So its circumference is 24,000 miles. Again, we're doing the birth of Earth. This section is the birth of Earth, right? That's 1 mile of landmass for every year to date, to its ages of cycles of 24,000 years, called one equinox. Even days and shadow hours called night. The point in its time zone when the sun crosses its belt or equator, making night and day of equal length in all sectors of it. Setting its time from a moment as a measuring system of duration to become 24 hours. It is all based on the rotating vortex of its tetrahedron, a 3-sided pyramid. 3 equals 8, as 3 times 8 equals 24. All right, for this information, you got to open up your mind. This is real deep. You got to go within, right? This is the birth of Earth. So 0.8 oxygen was needed for this form of life, which was to be C6 carbon-based life form, and needed 24,000 genomes or chromosomes to sustain this life form as Cr24 chromium. Chromium has the ability to resist corrosion, and the beings to be born on this planet needed to be corrosion-free. So they were given C6 carbon coloring. That is chromo or chroma, the Greek word for color. 9-ether was the first planet people grown here on Sector 3, Zone 6, District 24. Right, correct. Be placed on their chromosomes of 24,000, one unique molecule called, excuse me, guys, some of the stuff is in a different language. Har Wahoo, a small particle of element or compound that would exist that would exit free and retain the overseer's characteristics. We did this 54,000 years ago when we gave them speech and assigned 24 beings of old, 24 elders as their overseers. This planet Earth was grown 90 million miles from its sun and expands and contracts up to 93 million miles. And to its weight, 6 sextillion tons, it is based on cycles of years of 4. That is 4 equal time periods of 6,000 years each, 24,000 years. The supreme mathematics or matrix of this planet is 3, 6, 9. Nikola Tesla, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 21, 24. Or, excuse me, this page keeps jumping. Or 8 digits, 3 times 8 equaling 24. So the matrix of this planet relates to its genome. Planet 24, Earth, was a project of the Ka spirit and the Ba soul, being sent here to incarnate or grow into sun genes and had an assignment if they were to return. So you had 24 elders, 12 males and 12 females, overseers from Orion. Orion translates back to the heaven, right? You have everything, right? You have 24,000 miles in circumference. You have 24,000 years to an equinox. You have in the root race 9 ether children, the first world race, 24,000 genomes. You have 24 hours of the day and night. You have the element Cr24 chromium. You have 24 colors of light. You actually have 24 signs of the star map or zodiac. See? So the golden children were given 24 accomplishments to master within the 24,000 years to be welcomed home as part of the galactic system of worlds from this one universe into the omniverse. The 9 ether beings were given 24,000 years to accomplish these 24 heights of perfection. Now pay attention to these guys. Some of these have already been accomplished. Some haven't. Let's see. Decipher the 24,000 genomes, graft and clone, overcome unaliving viruses and diseases, mental or cordless communication of light, sound, and image, space travel, transform HG80 Mercury back to AU79 gold, split the atom, speak, read, write, and record time, organ transplants, genetic manipulation, flight, construction, time travel, discovered a 3-sun solar system, mastered music's math in relation to light and sound, agriculture, find the gateway or wormhole, uncovered the depths of the seas, uncovered the inner earth's realms, Shambhala and Agartha, know their being inside out, outside in, speak in one tone, teleportation, uncover the 120th element, communicate with the spirit world, both unalive and extraterrestrial. Some have been completed, some haven't, right? I'm thinking about it. If you guys are wondering what these are called fringes, right? You can look it up in the Bible. I believe it's in the book of Numbers. It's part of the attire. It's called fringes, all right? Now, These were to be accomplished before the hourglass of 24,000 years ran out. This has to be done on this orb because of hybrids or mankind who by their nature was to be a distraction and have for the past 6,000 years done just that, distracted the non-ethers with the spell of mental sleep. The eyes of those who created watched and from time to time sent investigators to report back to the warners and to warn, to examine all mortals of each race and subrace and to see if non-ether have accomplished their 24 responsibilities. The Site 24, called planet Earth, the blue planet or rock that is protected by the element Cr24 chromium, as are the first world people, the Melanite children, non-ether. That color or chroma is the key to not corroding their sun-lit genes or their chromosomes, just as Au-79 gold does not corrode, which is the base of their world. The liquid gold or Hg80 mercury found in other elements as gold in its pure state is 24 carats. It all relates to Cr24, the 24th element, which prevents corrosion unlike the weaker 6 ether. Existing in the non-ether genes, Cr24 chromium to Zn30 zinc is also Mn25 manganese, Co27 cobalt, Ni28 nickel, and Cu29 copper. You were not born to rot and unalive. You intermixed your divine DNA with those who were given only 6,000 years. Then they would, as the sun's rays touched them on the dawn of the new day, rot and corrode and deteriorate like Dracula. Little by little after their 6,000 years from 4,000 BC. The 6 ether race and the helpers of subraces grafted natural food into mankind's synthetic foods, drinks, smokes, and flesh. And they have many eating, drinking, smoking, breathing their fake, unnatural chemicals. Fake edible food targeted for you to eat. Some call it fast food or processed food or genetically modified organisms, GMO. A lot of reading, guys. How everybody doing out there, man? I appreciate everybody watching. Right? Got the matriarch holding the phone. Bear with me, guys. It's a lot of information. We're trying to get through a whole scroll for you guys today. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but as slow as I can so you guys can understand what I'm saying. All right? Again, if you have any questions or anything you would like to say, please leave it in the comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe and keep everything positive in the chat. All right? Let's go. GMO, but are designed to remove the natural substances created in each one of you to protect your immune system. Most fast food restaurants are established by 6 ether. You need to get approved by them to open it. They check your output to make sure it is not healthy and immune degrading. Junk, to downgrade your DNA to junk. So the phrase eat to live is not about how much or how often one eats. It's about natural intake. They seek to reduce your immunity to slowly unalive, as they know they are unaliving. But Mother Nature also has in her more substances for the original. Substances found in what is naturally grown on the planet. Substances from your immune system. Just as a newborn baby turns to its mother's breast, excuse me, the page just dropped. turns to its mother's breast, for nature has created in the mother a substance called colostrum in her milk that contains immunities. And know this also, Nuwabians, an accepted partner can bring to your strong immune system their weakness to weaken or even break down your immune system. That goes back to the genetic kiss. I did one of our first videos we did was about the genetic kiss. All right. So if you don't understand what I just explained, go back to a previous video, genetic kiss, and it'll explain all that there. All right, let's keep going. Trying to get through this, guys. All right. Where we at? And also know this, Nuwabians. And accept, okay, I just read this, excuse me. Non-ether have the strongest immune system on this planet. They can travel to any part of the planet, drink any water, and not fear sickness. We survive many diseases, yet now the non-ether who live outside of their natural habitat with other races will become sick. Because the sixth ether had you living in their own image, eating what they eat, drinking what they drink. And now your immune systems have been compromised to the weaker state and it must be renewed with the proper elements and substances you were gifted with at your creation, right? You started with prematter, antimatter, before the first atom or atomic number, 1, H1 hydrogen. A hydrogen atom looks like a circle with 2 circles, including 1 electron and 1 proton. So it would be a center with energy surrounding it, meaning elementary particle in the nucleus of the atom carrying a unit of a positive charge of electricity and a unit of a negatively charged electron. An atom consisting of electrons, protons, neutrons, positrons, neutrons, quarks, and antiquarks, mesons, muons, photons, leptons, hadrons, hyperons are just one element's parts. Excuse me if I mispronounced any of those. So by the time you reach a center with 24, such as the amount of protons and electrons Cr24 chromium has, you have completed an orb, a ball. And this is what it's talking about right here. You see that ball, guys? Right there. All right. As they move in a circular motion of energy, you see the perfect orb or globe, Cr24 chromium. Every point of the orb to form a perfect circle starting with symbol. The sun, which started with H1 hydrogen onto He2 helium onto 999. This is the orb of all that is, placed in place for that very reason. You would ask why you were born. This is why. The orbs are the root of natural nature and birth, growth, and creation. The perfect number of the source of all existence is 999 plus 1 or equals 1,000. 1,000, perfect unity. That is 9 to the 9th power of 9, which is 1,000 for nature. 1 plus 0, 0, 0, or H1 and 0, 8 water of life was the symbol. Because the lotus, that's the symbol, the lotus. Because the water lily closes at night and sinks underwater to rise and open again at dawn. The natural symbol of the sun and of creation. A giant lotus was the first rose from the primeval water of Nu, and from which the sun itself rose. So in fact, the symbol of the 3 flags for 999. See that? That's the symbol right there. And that's what I was just talking about, the 999. All right. Or the 3000 for the 3 sons. Or risk. 0, time face of a clock. 0, space absent of form or shape. 0, mental orb of the planet. The 3 in 1 and inseparable, which is 1000. The orb or ball is the perfect and favorite form of the supreme source, omniverse, all expanding. Right? And the ball's outline profile or silhouette is a perfect circle if the form of the ball is perfect. As you gaze up, you see the sun, the moon, and the motion of the solar system, universe in all circular motion, the mobility of roundness as the child in the womb. The round and circular motion transforms the cube also into an orb. You had and have 1 time dark hold, 2 space dark matter, 3 material dark energy. That birth, this one universe and its elements, all controlled by nature. The number 0, 1, or 9 to 0, 1, or 0, 1, or 9 ether symbol or spiral or circle. So 9 is the circle, the perfect form of ontologies. The circle or orb is the favorite form of the and orb scientists, the 24 elders, who keep up with the cycles over this planet. We maintain the absolute nature is global. We maintain that absolute nature is global and perfectly around, because from any point wheresoever in eternal existence called infinite nature is the center of the roundness or the black dot. Because endlessness in omniverse is the same distance in all directions from one, the single point. Remember, my child, the center point, you, of a perfect ball, orb, or circle, or cycle, is from all contours of the ball's surface. Yeah, this is deep stuff, guys. But I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up here. I got her holding this phone. Let's see. Well, I was there, which is here, when the word was spoken, exists. So you, not ether, have been given your assignment, and earth is your post to labor. And it says here, and I am your warner, bringing you, giving you the key to return home to the stars from where your souls have come. All right, guys, it's 18 pages. We're on page 11. I'm going to do another video on this as well. With that being said, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this quick lesson. It was very deep, but very, very important. That goes back into the birth of the earth. All right. Just want to say peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. Grand risings. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Peace and blessings. All right. Blessed to death. Be gone.